What caused the shift to OBP from average in team philosophy? Imagine a game where players are judged not just by how often they get hits, but by how often they reach base safely. That shift changed how teams think about offense. For years, batting average was king because it was simple, just hits divided by at-bats. But as teams started to understand more about scoring runs, they realized getting on base was more important than just hitting well. The move toward on-base percentage was driven by a new way of looking at offensive value. On-base percentage measures all the ways a player can reach base, hits, walks, and hit by pitches. It gives a fuller picture of how often a player avoids making an out. Teams saw that players who drew walks and got hit by pitches could create more scoring chances, even if their batting average was not the highest. Back in the late 1940s, statistician Allan, Roth, and baseball pioneer branch Rickey developed on-base percentage. But it took decades for teams to see its true value. The reason was that batting average was easy to understand and track. It was the main stat for a long time because it was straightforward. But as baseball analysis grew more sophisticated, teams started to realize that getting on base was more important than just hitting for average. This change became more popular after the 1984 official adoption of on-base percentage as a Major League Baseball statistic. Then came the book Moneyball in 2003, which showed how the Oakland Athletics used on-base percentage to find undervalued players. They focused on players who could get on base often, even if their batting averages were lower. This strategy helped them compete with bigger budgets. Teams now prefer players who excel at drawing walks and avoiding outs. They understand that every time a player gets on base, the chance to score increases. Building lineups around on-base percentage means more opportunities for teammates to drive in runs. This approach is based on the idea that avoiding outs is the most important offensive skill. So, the reason for the shift is that teams saw on-base percentage as a better way to measure a player's contribution to winning. It captures more than just hits. It shows how well a player can help the team score by staying on base. This change has made modern baseball more strategic and focused on getting as many players on base as possible.